Welcome back to the mod menu. Today I'm going to show you how to automatically sort anything. This is a recorrection of an older one where I kind of misspoke and used some older footage. Plus I'm going to try to give you a little bit better insight on the redstone. So thanks for the comment on that. I hope this one is a little bit better. If you stick around to the end, I'll show a small version that might help you wrap your head around it easier. Let's get started. To build a sorter of this size, which is 16, which is one for each color, you're going to need 66 hoppers, 64 chests, 45 redstone dust, 15 redstone torch, 15 redstone repeaters, and 15 redstone comparators. However, it's not always this many. Sometimes it's less. It could be more. It just depends on how many you're going to make. By the end, I think you'll understand how to make it completely. After we find a good location, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put 16 chests down in a row, buckles facing towards me. Then I'm going to put 16 chests on top of that chest, shift walking backwards. And I'm going to turn all of these chests into double chests. This is so I have a lot of space for storage. Then I'm going to pick a side and I'm going to put hoppers going into each one on top of each other. You don't really need to have both of these, but I'm going to have this so I have plenty of space for the automatic farms I use. I'm going to go 2 out. I'm going to build a row all the way down on the other side of the hoppers that aren't facing the chest. I'm going to break the block on the last one because we don't want to put any redstone on the last hopper. Then I'm going to skip a block and make another row of blocks. And again, nothing on the last one. Then between that first row we put down and the bottom hopper, I'm going to put torches on the first row wall. Then I'm going to put repeaters facing towards the hoppers on the third row between the 2 rows we put up. Now I'm going to line the whole top with solid blocks. Keep in mind, you can't really use blocks. These are just transparent blocks that I imported so that you could see the redstone on the inside. Glass does not work with redstone, typically. Nice, now that we have this covered up, we're going to take comparators and we're going to run these all the way down for every block except the last block. Nice, now we're going to have hoppers going into these comparators all the way down. Nice, and then I'm going to go back to the end, and I'm going to make sure there's one going into that last one. Even though it doesn't have any redstone, it still needs the hopper. And then I'm going to build up a temporary block at the end, build hoppers going all the way down, back to the beginning, into each other. And I'll go back to the end and break that temporary block. Almost done. Now we're going to put redstone on the top of the blocks we've placed. Alright, now it's time to set the filter. We're going to put slabs in the last 4 slots, and then whatever we're trying to sort, we're going to put in the first slot. Except for the very last one, we don't have to put anything in it because anything that's not getting sorted is going to go all the way to the end of the chain into the last hopper. It doesn't matter how big the sorter is, it can be 3, 2, or 16. Awesome, we're all done. Now we're just going to give it a good test drive. I'm going to put a hopper going into a chest. This will be our input. And then I'm going to put a whole mess of just random colors and some other stuff too, just to see what happens to that. Alright, we waited a little while. You can see some of this got sorted. And on the last one, we should have whatever ones we didn't have a filter for. Awesome, so I'll add some grass in there. Nice. Now we're going to try to make a little one. I'm going to make one for 3. So I just took 3 little chests, put 3 hoppers going into it, some blocks down to work off of because we need some depth. Temporary blocks to put these hoppers into. Break those blocks. We're going to put comparators in front of those going into it. First, we need to break under those blocks to put down the torches, and break all these temporary blocks at the end because we don't need redstone on the last one. Nice, 2 torches down. Comparators outside the hoppers. Repeaters going into the block on the other side of the torch. Blocks on the back of the repeaters. Building blocks on top of those, and then redstone on top of the building blocks. And there we go. Now we're just going to build the top row going all the way down on a chain. Break the temporary blocks we used to do that. And we'll set our filter. Slabs in the last floor and whatever we're filtering in the first one. Bee's nest. Sea lantern. And then nothing. I assume that the crafting table is going to go there. And we'll put our input. We'll add this crafting table. And we'll add some of the other items too. With a little bit of practice, you should be able to recreate this for anything you want to sort. Thank you for tuning into the mod manual. Until next time.